Hello, good morning students. Welcome to virtual classes. In this session, we'll continue with the lesson The Refugees. From the last class, we have understood that now the story turns towards a particular individual, an old man. And we know that some people from a unnamed village were forced to move out of the village due to flooding of the river, and they had to go to the nearby city, which is a few hundred kilometers away from their village, in seeking a shelter, food and survival. And they were walking in the streets of the city in a line. The one who is at the end was the old man. He was too old to walk, and he was suffering from weakness and tiredness, and he could not walk anymore, and he kept his burden beside and sank down beside a noodle vendor. And when he was sitting there, a passerby looks at the old man. Though a passerby was poor himself, and he decides to help him, thinking that if his old father would have survived, definitely he would have helped him. Thinking that, he pulled out a copper coin and a silver coin and handed over to the old man. Old man, he did not want to take money, he did not want to take alms or begging, because he had a self respect, and he tried to say a gentleman that so they had never suffered like that before. They had good lands. Due to a flooding of the river, even the people who had more lands, they were forced to move out of the villages. And he also said that he tried to say his children not to eat a seed which is preserved for harvesting the next season. They ate up the seed also, because their children were not so wise enough to understand the future. They were short sighted, moreover, they were anxious, and they ate up the seed also. When the old man is trying to explain that they were from well to do, they never begged, he did not mean to beg. The passerby, he handed over the copper coin and a silver coin and signaled the vendor to give some noodles to the old man, and he went away. Let us continue with the lesson, page number 163. Now, the vendor prepared his bowl, last two lines of the page. The vendor prepared his bowl of noodles and called out, "How many will you eat, old man?" Now the vendor, so he prepared a bowl of noodles and he called out, asking the old man how many bowls of noodles he would like to buy. Then was the old man stared. He felt eagerly in his apron, and when he saw the two coins there, the one copper and the other silver, he said, "One small bowl is enough." Now the old man, he just pulled out one silver coin and one copper coin, and he said, so he wanted one small bowl of noodles. That would be more than enough. "Can you eat only one small bowl?" then asked the vendor, astonished. Now the vendor is so surprised. The old man is so hungry and broken, and he is ordering just a small bowl of noodles, though he has a plenty of money to buy more bowls of noodles. For that he answered, "It is not for me," the old man answered. The old man said whatever a small bowl of noodles that he had ordered, it was not for him. Then the vendor stared, astonished, but being a simple man, he said no more, but prepared the bowl, and when it was finished, he called out, "Here it is," and he waited to see who would eat it. And when a old man said, "What a small bowl of noodles which he had ordered," it was not for him, and he was again surprised to whom he is ordering noodles, but he did not speak anything, and he prepared a small bowl of noodles, and he handed over to the old man, and he was looking at him anxiously or looking at him surprisingly. Then the old man rose with a great effort and took the bowl between his shaking hands, and he went to the other basket. There, while the vendor watched, the old man pulled aside the quilt until one could see the shrunken face of a small boy lying with his eyes fast closed. Now, when the vendor prepared a small bowl of noodles, this old man, with lot of effort, he stood up and took a bowl, and then he went to a place where he had kept two baskets, and from one basket he just tried to move a quilt. Quilt refers to the bedspread which is covered the basket, and when he moved, when he pulled out that quilt, and here they could see that a small young boy which is lying in the basket, and he had closed his eyes very tightly. One could have said the child was dead, except that when the old man lifted his head so his mouth could touch the edge of the little bowl, he began to swallow feebly until the hot mixture was finished. The old man kept murmuring to him. Then, if one could have seen the condition of that small boy, they would have thought that the child would have died. This man, old man, he pulled out a quilt, that is bedspread, and he kept that noodles bowl very close to the mouth of a child, and he swallowed the noodles. And a old man was murmuring something to the child. There my heart, there my heart, there my child. Your grandson? Said the vendor. Then he said, "This is okay, the child is my heart." And vendor asked whether that boy was his grandson. For that old man answered, "Yes," said the old man. "The son of my only son, both my son and his wife were drowned as they worked on our land when the dikes broke." Yes, the old man said. So the small child was his grandson, and he was the son of only son the old man had. The old man had one son, and he had another son. And when old man's son and daughter-in-law, when they were working in the land, there was an unexpected floods. So that made the daughter-in-law and the son drown in the floods, and they died. So they drowned as they worked on the land when dike broke. Dike means a long wall which is built on the earth to prevent the floods. When that wall broke, there was a flooding on the lands, and old man's son and daughter-in-law, they were working and they were drowned and died, and the last survival in his family was that young child, his grandson. He covered the child tenderly, and then, squatting on his haunches, he ran his tongue carefully around the little bowl and removed the last trace of the food. Then, as though he had been fed, he handed the bowl back to the vendor. Then, after making the child to eat the entire bowl of noodles, then he covered the basket with a quilt so that the boy could go to sleep. Then he licked the bowl. So probably a few left out scraps of noodles were there. So he just licked it and handed it over to the vendor. So saying that he had, so as if he had eaten the food. "But you have the silver bit," cried the ragged vendor, yet more astonished when he saw the old man ordered no more. This old man handed over a bowl back to the vendor, and he did not order any more noodles for himself, though he had another silver coin left. He had spent a copper coin for a small bowl of noodles which he had purchased for his old son and made his old son to eat, but he did not eat anything. He just licked the bowl at the end and handed over it to the vendor, and he did not order any more for himself. When the vendor saw this, so he was surprised, and he asked, "You have got a silver coin. Why? Okay, why didn't you buy noodles for yourself?" For that, an old man answered. The old man shook his head. "That is for the seed," he replied. "As soon as I saw it, I knew I would buy seed with it." They ate up all the seed, and with what shall the land be sown again? For that old man said, "The silver coin, so which he had preserved it to buy a seed in order to harvest for the next season. Otherwise, they would have to start again entire year, coming years in the next season." He said that he wanted to keep that money, that silver coin, for buying the seed so that they can sow the seeds and have the crop for the next season. Because, as he said, their children had eaten up the seed which they had reserved it for sowing it, for harvesting it. Now, the old man's forethought, you can see, is wiseness. "If I were not so poor myself," said the vendor, "I might even have given you a bowl. But to give something to a man who has a bit of silver," he shook his head and puzzled. And the old man said, and the vendor said, "If I would have been a rich man, I would have given you one more bowl of noodles, but I myself as a poor," because even a vendor, he had a ragged dress, a torn dress, he was poor, and it was very difficult for him also to survive. And moreover, what he thought, so a old man has got a silver coin, if he want, he could buy it. So, and giving a bowl of noodles for a man who is having a silver coin, it is not wise idea. He got confused, and he did not give any noodles to the old man. "I do not ask you, brother," said the old man. "Well, I know you can't understand, but if you had land, you would know it must be put to seed again, or there will be starvation yet another year." For that old man said, "I did not force you to give extra noodles, because you did not understand my pain. If you would have had a land, and you would have understand so the value of putting a crops, and the value of sowing the seeds. Otherwise, if they don't do that, they have to starve for the entire year and again coming years. The best I can do for this grandson of mine is to buy a little seed for the land. Yes, even though I die and others must plant it, the land must be put to seed." Now the old man said, "So what is the best thing that I can do to secure the future of my grandson?" Only grandson was obviously buying a seed for him. By buying a seed, they can put a crop for the next season. They can have a crop so that they can survive without hunger. That is the best thing that I can do for my grandson. Even if I die, so somebody will plant it, somebody will put the crop if there is a seed. And so always the land must be, the land must be put to seed, and the land must be put to a seed. He took up his load again, his old legs trembling and straining his eyes down the long straight street. He staggered on. Again, by saying this, the old man, so with lot of difficulty, he raised again, and he took out his load, and again trembling he walked, and again with lot of difficulty he was trying to see where others were going, and he walked unsteadily along the street. So from this you can understand the wiseness of the old men, and also a old man, though he was so old and starving and without eating the food, and he tried to save a grandson by buying a small ball of noodles and also whatever the silver coin which he had. He wanted to preserve it in order to buy the seed. By buying the seed, he can again secure the future generations, his old son or might be somebody else. And he said that though if there is a seed, so even if he dies, somebody will plant it. So the lands should not be left empty always. It had to be grown some crops. Then only the survival is is essential. This is the end of the lesson. And and what kind of questions that will be asked in the exams? Again, as usual, you will have a 2 marks questions and 5 marks questions and 10 marks questions. And when it comes to 2 marks questions in page number 166, so in a comprehension part, first main, you have the questions. Let us see how to answer them. What was the condition of the refugees as they walked through the streets in the new capital city? So, what was the condition of the refugees when they walked through the streets in the new capital? So, obviously, the refugees were not fed enough. They were fed after a fashion and they were clothed somehow and they sheltered on the mats in the outside the city wall. That was the condition of the refugees in the city. Second question, why did the refugees leave their village? So obviously the refugees left the village due to the flooding of the river. They became landless and homeless in a overnight. In order to search for a shelter and a food, they had to leave their villages and move to nearby cities. Third question, why were the refugees indifferent to the sight in the city? Though there were many attractive things which the villagers had not seen in their life, they were not attracted by any of the things. They were not looking at them because they were so near to death, and surviving is very important than looking at any of the things. Question number 4. Who gave the old man silver coin? A passerby, a kind-hearted passerby gave the silver coin to the old man. Fifth question, why did the old man save the silver coin? The old man saved the silver coin in order to buy a seed to harvest for the next season. In that way, he can secure his grandson's future. So these were the certain 2 marks questions. So you go through the entire lesson in the text. So you may be asked questions from any part of the lesson for 2 marks. When it comes to a 5 marks and 10 marks, what were the questions likely to be asked? So they may ask you a question like this: why were the locals not liked by why were the refugees not liked by the locals? And how did the refugees earn their living in the capital? By begging and pulling rickshaws. You have to enlarge it and write in 80 to 100 words for 5 marks. And how was the winter make the situation even worse? Why didn't the old man buy noodles for himself? These questions, 5 marks questions. And when it comes to 10 marks, you need to answer in 200 to 250 words. For that, you may be asked a questions. Explain the plight of the refugees as depicted in the story. That question. And they may ask you, how does the old man show that he is not a beggar through his actions? And obviously, what was the old man? What makes the old man different from other refugees? These questions likely to be asked. Yeah, you go through the lesson and the material which I have given you and try to answer the questions which is there and prepare for the examination. All the best. Thank you.